I don't know if you know this, but you are your specific person's soulmate. You and your specific person are meant to be together. And so basically, you have no choice but to be with them and to manifest them. And it all is based on this idea of spending versus investing. And once you understand this, your manifestation is going to be so simple. So you can imagine your reality and your state like an emotional bank account. So every time you think something, believe something, or act in a certain way, you're either investing towards the state that you want, in this case, being with your specific person, or you are spending and moving away from it in the same way that you would spend or waste money on something pointless. And this is, again, all done through our thoughts and our beliefs and our actions. So right now, throughout your day, you can ask yourself, is what you're doing an investment towards where you want to go? Or are you spending your emotions and moving away from it? And so, more or less, when we're in the moment, when we are highly emotional with anything in our reality, usually we want to react. And this is spending. But when you do things, I'll give you more examples on this, but when you do things that align you further with the feeling, the confidence, the belief that your specific person, they think of you as your soulmate. When you do things that remind you of that, that's an investment. So we can actually just look at our reality and see what types of actions, what types of beliefs, what types of thoughts are either investing or spending. And I'll give you some examples of this. So spending examples might be negative self-talk, obsessive checking of social media, venting to friends, desperate actions, and pessimistic visualization, or basically imagining an outcome for the future that you don't want. And as we can see, all of these make us feel good, or they don't make us feel good, but it feels good to express those emotions in the moment. But all of those are technically spending. Our bank account, our emotional bank account, is being dwindled every time we do this. And if we think about it, because again, in the moment it feels good, but afterwards, obsessive checking, negative self-talk, venting to friends, afterwards does not feel good. And so you have to ask yourself, if you're saving up emotion wise for the perfect relationship, are you investing or are you spending and moving away from it? But I'll give you some examples of what it means to then invest in what you want. And that could be positive self-talk, healthy detachment. So allowing your reality to bring you exactly what you want, expressing gratitude, self-improvement, visualizing for success or visualizing for your end state, and focusing on those two visualizations. So either a pessimistic visualization or a success visualization. Visualizations are actually happening every single moment of every single day. Anytime you're actually thinking or doing anything, your mind is going to begin conjuring up images. So whether you are imagining, so let's say you send a text to your specific person, what you're imagining in response is either an investment or is either spending, right? And so we're always making that choice. And it kind of aligns with my previous video I talked about asking yourself before you do anything, is this wifey approved? But more or less, you can, if this like emotional bank account idea isn't fully kind of aligning with you, you can think of it in the way of climbing a mountain. Okay. Everything you do is either a step forward or a step away from whatever goal you're trying to achieve. And so right now, whether or not you are investing or spending, your specific person imagines and thinks of you as their soulmate. So I want you to think about it in this way. The more that you are spending rather than investing, the longer you're actually just making your specific person wait. And you don't want to make them wait, do you? Imagine how sad, how depressed, how boring their life is without you being in it. You are their literal soulmate. So start investing for that future. Your specific person is literally counting on you to do this. And even going back to the concept or metaphor of the bank account, what do you think your current emotional bank account is at? And when we think about it in this way, it may be very very alarming or very awakening to the reality of the state that we're actually in. Because when we begin to actually look at what we're specifically doing, because really manifestation is a simple and easy process, like I talk about it in all of my videos. But if you were to ask yourself your emotional bank account towards love or being in a relationship with your specific person, what does it look like? And remember as well that this actually has nothing to do with anything in your 3D reality. Your specific person texting you only increases your emotional bank account or is an investment if it makes you feel good. So successes around you, if they are making you feel abundant, are adding to the bank account. But remember, in order to invest, you don't actually need anything physical to be occurring around you. I just want to make that really, really clear, because we can think of our emotional bank account as a direct connection accidentally to three-dimensional things happening, but it is totally separate. Whether or not your specific person is showing up right here and right now, they are thinking of you as the soulmate. So if they're not showing up, that doesn't mean you have a depleted bank account. But as soon as you increase and start investing, that's when you see things begin to change outside of you. And I will always say this, remember, we're not changing anything in our external reality. We are changing ourselves, and that creates a change in your reality. Just in the same way, if you want to go and maybe you want to get a new bike or a new phone, I don't know, and you need to save up for it, you would notice through everything that you're doing, you are either investing in that bank account so then you can get the bike or the phone, or you are spending it and moving away from it. But not having the bike in this current moment or the phone in this current moment has nothing to do with your bank account at all. And as always, I want to give you a specific example from a coaching session that explains this. So up on the screen, here is someone and what they wrote to me from an email coaching session. They wrote, "As soon as I arrived, my specific person couldn't keep his hands off me. I had an amazing time. There were lots of passionate moments. There was tons of laughter. It was everything I wanted it to be." So they were in the process and in our coaching manifested this perfect date, but just look how their specific person is acting towards them. They couldn't keep their hands off of them. If I can't explain to you how much your specific person thinks of you as your soulmate, no matter what is occurring, this example just explains it. Because if this is not the case and you can't just switch your state and jump into this reality, this wouldn't be happening, right? If your specific person didn't think of you as your soulmate and you didn't have this ability or this power to just change states and manifest something else, then this wouldn't be happening. This success story you're looking at couldn't exist. So make sure on a consistent and constant basis, you are investing in yourself. You're investing in that future with you and your specific person, because at any point in time, you are making a choice. Am I investing in this outcome, or am I spending? And again, imagine it like you're saving up for a new phone. Are you spending the money that should be going to this new phone or this positive attitude, this abundant thinking, this feeling of being loved, or the opposite? And because I gave so many examples in here, if you are a member, so I've been going live every single day at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, because we've been doing a 30-day manifestation challenge for all my members. If you're a member and you're hopping into the live today, I'll go into more detail about those examples of like negative self-talk, what that means, obsessive checking of social media, like things like that. And so if you're watching and you're not a member, or you're not in the 30-day challenge to be with your specific person next month, where each and every day we're going live, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. I basically want you to think of it as each and every day we meet, I'm manifesting for you. Because if you're a viewer, if you're a subscriber, and definitely if you're a member, you're not entering 2025 without your specific person. So if you want to join in that, click the link in the description and then set your calendar, whatever your time zone is, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time every single day. But if you did have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Remember, you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. And that's if you wanted to send me a personal message, a personal email, a personal success, anything. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'll see all of my members later again at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time for our live. And for everyone else, I'll see you in my next video tomorrow.